I did not feel broken in America. I was functional. I showed up. I handled responsibilities. I adapted. From the outside, nothing looked wrong. Inside, my body lived in a constant state of readiness. Muscles stayed tight without reason. Thoughts moved faster than moments. Rest felt conditional, like something to earn after productivity. I mistook tension for discipline. I mistook pressure for purpose. That state felt normal because it never stopped. When everything demands alertness, alertness stops feeling noticeable. Moving to Australia did not shock me. There was no dramatic arrival moment. What happened instead was quieter. My breathing slowed before my thoughts did. My body reacted before my mind understood. That disconnect caught my attention. I was not calmer because I tried to be. I was calmer because nothing around me asked me to stay tense. That absence felt unfamiliar. Not exciting. Not dramatic. Simply unfamiliar. That was the first sign that something I carried for years had not been necessary. In the US, urgency wrapped itself around daily life. Conversations felt timed. Interactions felt efficient rather than open. Even calm moments carried an edge, like they needed a reason to exist. I moved through days anticipating interruptions before they happened. Planning replaced presence. Preparation replaced stillness. Everyone around me lived the same way, which made it invisible. In Australia, that background pressure faded. No constant signal telling me to hurry without explaining why. No unspoken expectation to stay sharp at all times. Without those signals, my nervous system stopped performing. I noticed it in small ways. I did not rush my words. I did not fill silence. I did not scan rooms for threats or judgment. That shift did not come from effort. It came from environment. When life stops demanding urgency, your body stops producing it. That change created space. Space allowed awareness. Awareness revealed how much of my energy had been spent bracing instead of living. Feeling human was not about happiness or excitement, it was about regulation. For the first time in years, my body stopped behaving as if something was always about to go wrong. I noticed it in subtle physical changes before any emotional realization arrived. My shoulders dropped without effort. My jaw unclenched. Breathing slowed naturally instead of being controlled. Silence stopped feeling like something that needed to be filled or explained. These changes happened gradually, which made them easy to miss at first. Nothing dramatic forced them. No single moment announced them. The environment simply stopped reinforcing constant vigilance. Over time, calm stopped feeling irresponsible. Calm became neutral. That neutrality changed how I experienced people. I listened without rehearsing replies. I noticed tone instead of defending meaning. I stayed present instead of anticipating outcomes. Walking through public spaces no longer felt like a series of calculations. Faces became people instead of potential threats or obstacles. That shift revealed something uncomfortable. I had been living in reaction mode for years, responding to imagined pressure more than actual events. Australia did not remove challenges. It removed the expectation that danger was always nearby. When alertness becomes optional instead of constant, the nervous system finally rests. That rest is where humanity quietly returns. People assume moving countries changes who you are. That did not happen. My values remained intact. My goals remained clear. What changed was how much energy existence required. Less friction meant more capacity. More capacity created patience. Patience created presence. Presence transformed interactions. Conversations felt less transactional. Time felt less compressed. I stopped measuring moments by output. I started experiencing them directly. That shift did not make life easier. It made life clearer. Without constant pressure shaping every reaction, identity stopped feeling like something to protect. It became something to inhabit. That difference carried weight. When you experience life without constant armor, returning to tension feels unnatural. Australia did not give me something new. It showed me what had been missing while I was too tense to notice. Living in Australia slowly exposed how much armor I had been wearing without noticing. Not physical armor, but mental and emotional protection built through years of constant readiness. In the US, that armor felt responsible. It felt smart. You stay alert, you stay sharp, you anticipate problems before they appear. Over time, that state stops feeling like defense and starts feeling like identity. In Australia, That armor stopped serving a purpose. Daily life did not reward it. People did not escalate. Small mistakes did not turn into confrontations. Public spaces did not demand dominance or performance. Without reinforcement, the armor felt heavy. I became aware of it for the first time. Letting it go felt uncomfortable at first, almost unsafe. Vulnerability usually carries risk back home. Here, vulnerability blended into normal life. That shift revealed how much of my behavior had been shaped by avoidance rather than intention. When protection becomes unnecessary, clarity follows. I reacted less. I chose more. That choice changed how I related to others and to myself. The biggest change happened internally, away from visible behavior. I stopped living slightly ahead of every moment. I stopped running future scenarios during present calm. In America, preparation feels like survival. You stay one step ahead or you fall behind. In Australia, presence felt sufficient. Nothing punished me for staying where I was. That allowed my thoughts to slow naturally. Slower thoughts created clearer judgment. Clear judgment reduced anxiety without effort. I trusted situations to unfold instead of trying to control them before they happened. That trust did not come from optimism. It came from consistency. When calm repeats often enough, the mind stops expecting interruption. I noticed how much mental space returned once I stopped monitoring everything. That space allowed reflection without fear. Reflection restored a sense of self that felt steady instead of reactive. I did not lose ambition. I gained direction. Direction feels different when it is not driven by pressure. Australia did not give me something new. It removed something old. Pressure I carried for years felt invisible until it was gone. Without daily urgency shaping every reaction, my body remembered how to settle. Presence replaced preparation. Ease replaced intensity. That explained why life here felt human rather than impressive. Humanity lives in ease. Over time, small behaviors reflected that change. I walked without scanning faces. I listened without planning replies. I allowed silence without filling it. Those moments showed me who I was underneath constant alertness. Living here did not erase where I came from. It changed how I carried it. Once that noise faded, identity stopped feeling managed. Identity became lived. That is why leaving now feels heavier than arriving ever did. Not because Australia changed me, but because it revealed me.